is Alexis Albritten.
And I'm Cheryl Albritten. And since November is National Epilepsy Awareness Month, we wanted to bring awareness and share our story. What is epilepsy? Epilepsy is a central nervous system neurological disorder in which the brain activity becomes abnormal, causing seizures or periods of unusual behaviors, sensations, and sometimes loss of awareness.
The type of epilepsy that I was diagnosed with is LSG, Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. LSG is a severe form of childhood epilepsy with multiple types of seizures. In 1 out of 4 people, no cause can be found. About 2 or 5% of children with epilepsy have LSG. Usually, LSG persists throughout childhood and adolescent adult years.
So yes, Alexis's form of epilepsy is Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, and as she stated, it is actually the worst form of childhood epilepsy to have because it's very hard to control seizures. So we have had a long journey with it, and we've actually had a lot of tears, but we want to share we've had a lot of faith. If you can look at Alexis, she's 23 years old, she's beautiful, and as you look at her, you cannot even tell that she has anything or that she's had any challenges in her childhood, because we're happy to say that she's 13 years seizure free. But we do want to share some of the things that we went through to get to this point. Alexis has actually been on a ventilator 3 times in her lifetime, i.e. life support. We've had countless hospital stays and ER visits. She's even been on to, at one time, up to 18 pills a day to try and get the right combination to control her seizures. Having as many seizures as she has caused childhood memory loss. So with all of that, there's a great thing that came along, and it's called a vagal nerve stimulator, which is VNS for short. Alexis had her VNS first installed when she was 7 years old. Then we had we thought was going to be a battery replacement, but it actually had to be a whole new device because technology changes. Yay for technology. We had a whole new device installed, and she was either 11 or 12, I'm not sure, but I know it was not past that age. And then at age 21, because when she was 19 and we went to get a battery replacement, we discovered that the vagal nerve stimulator had not worked in 2 years. So therefore, her seizures were being controlled without the device. And we're happy to say, as of today, she has no device whatsoever. It was removed. The worst part about getting the vagal nerve stimulator was she had to be cut in 2 different places. There had to be a lead that was placed on her main artery in her neck, and she also had to be cut in her chest. So as being a mother and having to go with that, deal with that, it was a very hard decision, but we're so thankful that we made the correct decision, her father and I. And she is still here with us today. The leave that's on her neck is still there because it's one that cannot be removed. Because if anything were to, you make one wrong move, then that's it. So we're good. She's okay. She's fine. She doesn't notice any of that, and she doesn't feel any of that. Also, we are so thankful that you are taking the time to hear our video and to listen to part of our story. We do plan to share other videos to share more in detail about different things that we experienced along the way. But we want to say that because right now in 2020, we all are dealing with a pandemic, a world pandemic called COVID-19. And that should actually soften our hearts some and make us have a little more compassion. But I want to say, have that compassion, because there are people such as Alexis, my beautiful daughter, sitting right here, that you cannot tell her story by looking at her. And even those people that you can look at and tell that there's a story to, have some grace, patience, a little more love with them, because you never know. You never, ever know. So we wanted to share that, really to bring the awareness to epilepsy, but we also wanted to share to just have love for everybody. Stop trying to look at people and judge the book by the cover. Unless you read the book, walk in the stilettos, the Nikes, you will never ever know. So again, thank you for listening. And just like every other disease, we want people to know that epilepsy is definitely real. There are a lot of people that live with it. There are a lot of people who, like my daughter, was nervous about sharing because she didn't want people to look at her differently or to judge her. But thank you, Alexis, for your courage, and
stay tuned for more videos. Bye.